A very warm welcome to the weekly Forex forecast for the 26th of January. Before I go into the markets, I just want to show you the website and how you can manage the website to benefit from your trading. So the first thing we see here is QUANTFLOW Dynamic Trend and Momentum Strategy, which we use on a day-to-day basis here at thetradingmentors.com. Just have a quick look at the video, and if you're more interested in that, then just drop me a line and you can send me a quick chat here if you wish, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Now, there's a few things here which are interesting and free. What's trending today is really good, and what you're looking for is strong buys and strong sells, because they're the ones that you want to be in. So pre-London Open, pre-New York Open, they're the ones to be getting into. If you're interested in the reversal trading system that we have, there's an explanation of how that works down there. And if you're interested, you can purchase that with all the coaching that comes with it. Now, the members area, you need a password for this for VIP members. And I don't think many people know about this, but nonetheless, these are where all the coaching videos are held. So you can pop in and have a look at those. Some of them are password protected, but there's lots of free stuff as well, including price action charts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections. Then we go into support and resistance, divergence. We use that a lot in the markets. Heikin-Ashi, how that works. And also there's a 1-minute chart you can use there on gold if you wish, and the techniques and the tools that we use. The super trend, we often use that. Gold on steroid software, all explained, so you can have a look at that. So technical analysis you should know about by now. This is where I post the blogs pretty much every day, but every few days. And then we have a shop, so you can actually purchase the gold on steroid software, signals. So every day we send signals out to the people. Best reversal charts, these are fantastic. VIP membership, 30 quid a month, and then you can go for the full advanced pro charts, which includes all of the charts, all of the knowledge that you need. So before I go into the weekly Forex forecast, I just want to remind you on the gold on steroids system that we use and what you're looking for, and the rules in particular. So for a sell situation, we often have that, don't we? Gold moves up and down quite a lot. I need to see that all the sellers are in, and I need to see a pullback here. The other thing I need to see is that this line here is red. Okay, so this has gone red here. So only looking for sells, and then you're looking for a pullback, and then you bank your money. Now, in terms of buys, I want to see the conversion here off of this demand area. I need to see this line green, and I need to see this pullback here. I need to see a pullback here oversold for a buy. There's only a couple hundred pips there, but it all counts. And here's another one here. Notice that at this moment in time, as the price comes down, this is still green into a demand area, and all the buyers step in, and away you go. Another opportunity here, pull back. Notice that the software is green, very important. So 1, 2, 3, all the sellers come in. There's another couple of hundred pips there. So some good information there, which we can teach you, which you can get the gold on steroid system whenever you want. So I hope you don't mind that bit of promotion there, and that's how it works on the gold on steroid system. And keep it simple, because the simpler the better, and the more money you will make. Now we're coming to the DXY, the US dollar index, and we can see that it is definitely weak. I've got the daily on the left and the 4-hour on the right, combined with the QUANTFLOW dynamic software, which may seem very simple, and it is. However, it does measure strong trends, and it does measure reversals, and it does measure pullbacks. So we can see here on the US dollar that it is showing some weakness. Now there is a problem here. As we can see, it's now hitting demand 97.45. It's whether it stays below this support line here. Let's change that color. We can see that if it stays below there, then of course that's going to continue down. That's going to turn the support line into a resistance line. So we could see this happen, and it just does that and comes back down to 96, 97. Now, of course, that can happen. However, if this base and demand area sticks, then we could see it go stronger back up to where it came from into next week. A slightly different viewpoint here on the reversal system is we can see that there's a very powerful buy power of 88, 85. In fact, this indicates that we have a problem. Therefore, we could see an immediate reversal back up to 99, back up into this area here. Now, obviously, time will tell whether that happens or not, but that gives us an opportunity to get into the dollar if it goes strong into next week. Of course, the euro dollar has gone up, as we can see above the 20 on the daily, and that's what you're looking for. And of course, it had a nice reversal here. See that there, buy power of 64. So this was an opportunity to get into that position if you wanted to, and it rose above the 50 moving average, which was a great buying opportunity back up into supply. Now, this obviously is going to depend on the dollar now as to where this goes. There's a reversal here going on, but there's no negative divergence in this instance. So we could see a continuation of the weaker dollar, which will drive this higher. If we are looking for buying opportunities, we are looking for the price to come back down into this area here before we go long into next week if the dollar remains weak. This is looking strong in terms of upward trend if the dollar remains weak. Let's go to this is the daily on the left, this is the 4 hour on the right. We can see that the price has moved off from demand back up into some kind of weak supply, but it's not quite there yet. It looks like there's room for this to maneuver. And again, if we see a weaker dollar, then I think there's going to be a pushback into this area, 135.50, and then up to 137.50 on the QUANTFLOW dynamics. A beautiful move on the Aussie. If you got that, congratulations. A beautiful move there. As we can see, the price held on to demand. Whenever you see price holding on to demand like this and refusing to go below it many, many, many times, then that's an indication there's likely to be a bounce. And of course it did. One thing you can do, of course, you can go closer to the market if you wish, and you can see the 1 hour chart here on the right now. So as it breaks out, that is your opportunity to buy, and it coincides nicely with the price moving above the 50 moving averages on the 4 hour chart and the 1 hour chart. Equally successful was the Kiwi. It's best not to trade both. They do the same thing pretty much. So just go with one or the other. The US yen had a bit of a fall late on Friday. Look at that. So we're going to have to see where this goes next. Let's have a look at the higher time frames. We can see where this is likely to go. Looking pretty mixed actually, so we won't be looking at the US yen into next week. This is the US Canadian. Further downside is confirmed really. It's very weak, but we do have a reversal situation here which could give us a possible buying opportunity into 136.50 and price moving here and then back up to 138 somewhere around here. So it looks like there's some great trading opportunities here into next week if the dollar does go strong. US Swiss, weaker of course. A nice pushback here into this FVG here. Can you see that? 79.57. But we've got the same scenario here on the left and the right where the price is hitting very strong demand zones. We don't have convergence, so it's not one that I'm going to look for immediately, but I will be keeping an eye on the dollar into next week. Yen futures, well, that's why there was a bit of a spike last minute on Friday. So yen futures has been weak, continued weak throughout the last few weeks. Well, for the last few months actually. This is December and then into January, and continued weak with a double bottom there, and then we had a spike. So we're going to have to see where this goes next. Not quite sure. Swiss yen, just flicking through. Because the yen futures are mixed now, you're going to find that all the yens are going to be mixed into the first few days, certainly, of next week. So it's not something we'll be looking at necessarily. However, one thing I would say is whenever you see the price moving up and then down back into a demand area, this is a great opportunity to get in at 183. So what you can do is just simply dial down to the lower end of your chart and then look for the opportunity here as the price moves out, and then you have a great buying opportunity into this area. You'll certainly get 2, 3, 4 to 1 on that trade, 2, 3, 4 to 1 on that trade. A fantastic way to enter the market on that basis. I want to talk about reversals. So this is the pound Swiss, and we can see that there was a bounce here. We had a buy power of 82 into this reversal, but it is a reversal rather than a continuation pattern. So I'm looking to buy when the price is in a downtrend, or sell when it's in an uptrend. It's converse to the trend, in other words, using the quant flow dynamics with reversal charts. So we can see it came down into here and it went up back up to the 50 moving average. So look out for that. Look out for the daily as well. There's strong support for this price to move up further, possibly. Silver has been rallying, of course, as you probably are aware. So just look out for any pullbacks into the 50 moving average. And what I would suggest is move down to the 1 hour chart and then look for buying opportunities to $90.89. May come a bit lower into $97 before it rallies again. Gold, I've just written a blog on this, so hopefully you've got that. I'm expecting the price to correct back to about 48.90, somewhere like this. And what tends to happen, it may seem to break down below this area before it bounces up. It's very, very common. Of course, it could just bounce straight on the money, but often it does come straight through it. So the opportunity to get into this is not in any other place except once the price comes back out of that and then starts to move up again. 5,080 is the Fibonacci extension at 50%. Oil's looking good for a possible buy. 4 hour chart. It's all buying, buying, buying. No supply. I'm sorry, that was gold. This is oil. Yeah, it looks like oil wants to go, and the target for this one's going to be $65.37. The indices are looking pretty pathetic. They are unsure where to go now. If we have a look at the Dow, very mixed indeed. When we have mixed charts like this, we just leave them alone. So this is a fantastic reversal position on the pound Aussie. This is certainly one to watch, and I mentioned this in the VIP room. You don't need many trades to make a lot of money, but you do need high quality trades to make a lot of money. So patience and discipline are essential. So this is the setup. The daily is on the left. Okay, and we can see it's in a very strong demand zone. How do we know it's strong? Buy power of 62. Okay, so this is only a correction. You know, it's not going to go to the moon. Well, it might not go to the moon, but that it doesn't need to go to the moon, does it, at the end of the day? So if we have a look at the 4 hour chart on the same thing, we can see we've got buy power of 64 on a demand zone. Now it could come down into a bit deeper. There's no doubt about that. But I've gone long here on that position, and the price, as you can see here, back up to the 50 moving average. Now there is an FEG there as well, which indicates we could see another sell-off, which would be great. We will actually get into that as well. But a nice move is possible. Now, one thing you can do, of course, you can dial down the bar and go to the hourly chart, and you can see the change of character here. So we can see that doesn't mean to say it's going to be successful. I want to see this price move above the 50 and stay above the 50. Something like this. It's done the 1, 2, 3, so hopefully it'll stay above here and do something like this back up to our target. Good luck with that. Trade at your own risk, of course. This is how quick you can analyze the markets. I haven't seen these. Oh, okay, so there's one there, pound New Zealand. So another reversal opportunity here on the daily. You can see hitting a strong demand zone. We expect a double bottom here really, which would be great. Another opportunity to get in. I've got a buy limit order 22.850, so I do expect the price to come up and then come back down on Monday. Target 23.142. It was posted in the VIP signals room. If you're in that, congratulations, you're doing very well. So let's have a look at the 1 hour chart. We can see here there's a change of character here, and that's exactly what I want to see before entering the position. In an ideal world, change of character. So convergence, divergence, change of character. Nothing going on there. Now this is the difference between the Euro New Zealand and the pound New Zealand. The price has not reached demand yet on the left. Bitcoin's been selling off slightly, but I think there's going to be a change. I think we've got a buy power of 77 on the QUANTFLOW, and we can see that it's holding on to that demand area here, and there is a demand area here as well on the left. So we could see the price back up to $97,000 mixed on the euro pound. So a few to look out for: pound New Zealand, pound Aussie, pound Swiss. The yens are mixed at the moment. I'd be waiting for those. And we're going to be waiting to see what happens in terms of the dollar. But some great positions setting up beautifully. Have a wonderful weekend.